The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh. No, I'm not in Sorgatron Media. Damn it. I am in Ann Arbor, Michigan at the Doubletree Hotel once again. I think it's like the second time I've done this from this hotel. And we are here, and I do have with me the crew. First of all, from Hopewell. I need to hit record on this. Oh, no, there's no card. We're not recording the show yet, so we're just going to pretend that we're just starting the show off. And hit record.
I also don't see the Facebook.
I don't know what's going on. I only have so many computers in front of me, so hopefully there's a Facebook out there. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Ann Arbor, Michigan hotel room that we come from a couple of times a year. We may be streaming places. I don't know. I've cobbled together this setup as we do in the hotel room. I really need to think about a better way to do this. But all the good equipment's in a conference room right next door for a conference that we're doing, a workshop that we're doing. I'm on day 1 of 2, and I am so tired. With me, first of all, from Hopewell Junction, make sure we're recording now, New York, it is Mad Mike.
I am also very tired, Sorg.
I'm so tired.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long everything, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And
ladies, what?
And also with us, also in probably a questionable sleep state, is the Riz of Riz Plays Games.
Actually, I'm feeling pretty good.
Of course, he's playing.
You know,
good.
eight hours of sleep. No, not really 8 hours of sleep.
No, not even close.
6 out. No. 5. No.
Oh,
I'm just here.
He's just around.
I'm
He's
just
just
here.
around. Oh my god.
Sleep is overrated.
I want to get a Mayhem show because I feel like of all weeks, I kind of need it this week to talk wrestling with you guys. I don't have an agenda. When has that ever stopped us? And I'm sure there's some stuff in the newsy news I can look up here in a moment. I did watch a good bit of stuff. I think I caught up on all my general wrestling, but I'm still trying to get caught up on and look for Mad Mike in the audience at the Impact 1000 episode. I did start watching.
Found myself.
What, you found yourself? Where are you sitting in that thing?
Yeah. I'm in the back.
You're in the back?
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the back. Hold on, I took a picture of myself because I saw myself on the socials.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm all the way in the back there.
I don't know if I you see
I'm wearing a
Sasquatch
black.
in the
I'm wearing a
background?
black.
I'm pretty sure
I'm wearing a
that's
black shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt, so it's kind of hard to tell. But my buddy's wearing a bright blue shirt.
That's
Wow.
what's going to stick out in wrestling.
Yeah, that's actually going to stick out in
the
a
bright
wrestling
blue
show.
shirt is going to stick out. But yeah, I wore my black inspiration shirt. But side note, wrestling companies.
Mm-hmm.
More wrestling shirts that are not black T-shirts, please.
See, okay, maybe.
Just in general.
I generally hate black T-shirts. I have a blue shirt that I have to wear for this event. It's the one I found. And I just hate how I look in it. I don't know. That's me. We have the wrestling fan bod going on, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean,
and by the way, Tina and Dave, I'm well aware that in a few months I'm going to have way less sleep.
yes,
I'm well aware.
that's true. But there's a reason why. And going back to the wrestling shirt side thing, there's a reason why when I first saw LA Knight's shirt, I immediately bought it in the red.
Hey,
And
I don't like red either.
Red is the worst T-shirt LA Knight has.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have accepted the blue. I would have accepted the yellow. But just because it wasn't black and white, black T-shirt, white lettering, I hovered over that. And probably spent way too much money on that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can we? I kind of want to start this week not talking about WWE and AEW because the most fantastic thing happened.
Okay.
And I know a lot of us, I think, saw this on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out because I did not see it on my Wrestle Universe account when I looked at it. But there is a video. There are videos and pictures going around of Minoru Suzuki on
There
a
you go.
bullet train, on a running bullet train,
Yes.
wrestling, taking chops from a guy in a suit. He pile drives somebody on it. This is wild, and apparently this has taken everything by storm. This is from DDT Pro. I remember we watched a while ago. We had watched a match that like took place at a beach or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I remember that. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, DDT Pro is just riddled with these types of memories for wrestling, and I really want to go, like, other than like going to see New Japan in the Tokyo Dome, which is probably $500. I just want to see a DDT Pro match.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go to Japan, if I go to Japan, it's DDT
tour.
Pro. Yeah, it's DDT Pro. It's Keiko's place, and then it's also Choco Pro.
Wait, what was Keiko's place?
Keiko is actually my friend who actually told me about Choco Pro,
I thought
who
this
is
was a venue.
a
What is
sponsor, who is a sponsor of Choco Pro.
Yes.
And of course is really into Choco Pro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Murder Grandpa is just Murder Grandpa on the Bullet Train is one, the title name, and two, just a weird phrase to say.
Mm-hmm.
Pro wrestling
But amazing.
is, and I posted this whenever I saw it. I was like, pro wrestling is the greatest thing. Like it really is. Where else can you see that happen? That doesn't immediately followed by like 100 police officers storming the train.
Remind me.
I mean, sometimes you can see it in New York City, but usually it's a little less organized.
Yeah. Usually.
Oh boy, or getting off a boat. Wow. So, Wrestling Peak. That's it. This has been your Mayhem out.
That's
We're
it.
good.
Yeah, let's go.
Anything else
That's what
to talk about?
That's what everybody learned. That's what we all decided, and we're done.
Let's make this a news show, I guess.
Let's just play Dwayne paper scissors for the rest of the
Oh
evening.
my gosh. That's the big thing though. Rock came back this week with, I don't think, any heads up. The dirt sheets didn't leak it.
I
right?
saw stuff earlier in the morning because he was on McAfee's show.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was in the area.
He was in Boulder, and he did College Game Day as well.
Oh, it all comes together. And that's a Fox thing too, right?
No, that's ESPN.
No,
That's ESPN.
That's the complete opposite of their Fox.
Yes, I guess so. So that was a nice surprise, and man, Austin Theory is just collecting all the legends at this point, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And still, I don't care about it
Nope.
at all.
No, but
Not at all.
Not in the
becomes-
slightest.
if he becomes the Mr. Kennedy of this situation, we can move on.
I mean, he's more actually becoming the Heath Slater of the situation.
So is this now? Here's the theory, because I watched SmackDown.
You said the thing.
Said,
Mm,
get it?
I hate myself for that. Because reading some tea leaves here, because we had Rock come back. We have the Solo Sikoa segments and the Jimmy Uso segments, and there was a point in the back where Solo said he was going to take care of things, and Paul says, "But who gave the order?"
Well, Solo's giving his own orders.
Yeah, Solo's doing solo
Is
things.
he, or
It's in his name, Sorg.
Well,
Solo.
or is
And plus,
or is he talking to Dwayne?
Dwayne doesn't have anything to do with this.
No.
Sure, you sure?
Dwayne doesn't care.
Yeah, they did and Mike, I'm sure you watched the Pat McAfee interview with Dwayne. They mentioned about the giant rumor about WrestleMania, and it was, and Pat asked if it was going to be Rock versus Roman. Rock
that's where
said,
that story came from. Okay.
yeah, Rock said it was a quote unquote done deal, and like weeks before or days before the Rumble, I guess, or maybe days, even weeks before WrestleMania. I don't remember like the exact wording of other than done deal, but it was. It was done, except for something.
From what I heard, they couldn't get the right storyline.
Maybe they couldn't agree on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, and I kind of want to think it's probably also, money.
No, I don't think it's money. I don't think it's money related. Dwayne's got enough. He bought a football company.
That's true.
I don't think money's the issue. From what I heard, he wanted the story to be something new and revolutionary, and they couldn't decide on what that was. Which, I mean, granted, especially seeing how hot the Bloodline story was at the time, it's hard to come into that and to try and come up with something better.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, honestly, there are certain points in the story where Dwayne could have fit in perfectly, but now I don't even know where he would fit in, because the Bloodline story is kind of rumbling a little bit because Roman hasn't been on TV, and because the interesting Uso is on a different show now.
So they really kind of converted that over the Raw, didn't they? And so speaking of somebody who at least Twitter feuded with Rock, cameraman Rob's in the chat. He says, as someone who doesn't watch on a regular basis, Grayson Waller feels like about the biggest nothing ever. So, and this is where Mike is about to disagree and fill you in.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller has not been given the best platform currently.
No, they've given him the Miz spot.
Yeah. I think it's closer to the Carlito spot. But Grayson Waller is really, really good. Right now, they just need to, like, in 6 months, and I'm predicting this is a big prediction from Mad Mike. In 6 months, we're going to be building to an LA Knight versus Grayson Waller U.S. title feud.
That would be awesome.
That's going to be really good.
Yes.
Like, like if I'm booking Mania now, that's my Mania match for the U.S. title. It's Grayson Waller and LA Knight.
100%.
That's where I'm thinking Galaxy Brain, with that. And that's going to be really good because they're both very good on the mic. But Grayson Waller, he's been chugging along. I think it didn't exactly help that when he came to SmackDown, he still had a leg injury, so he couldn't wrestle. I think that hurt him a little bit, and then he kind of got stuck into the talk show host role. But Grayson Waller is a better Austin Theory than Austin Theory is.
Yes.
Like 10,000 times better.
It's like Ciampa, right? Like Ciampa needs to get out there, do his promos, and have some matches, and not be a lackey for Miz. And he's starting to stick out more, right? And I think he's getting there, and I think he's going to build up a little bit in the very near future. That's my thought on it. But We'll see. Right.
But yeah, check out some of the Grayson Waller stuff in NXT. His feud with Carmella was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Grayson Waller's done some really good stuff. His feud with Johnny Gargano in NXT was real fun. And I think we just need to. Right now, he just has nothing to sink his teeth into. And for some reason, we're focusing on Jimmy Uso and his weird "I don't know what I'm doing" storyline. But
will he? Won't he? Again, right?
yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, this couldn't go on forever. It was a good run, and we're in that. I recently worked with a promoter this weekend where it talked about how, there's a lot of talking on this show. And I'm like, but you're the booker. And he's like, well, it's like the season premiere. So you got to deal with all the bullshit kind of setup. And I think that's where we're at. We're at the season premiere of all those storyline resets. I think the Jimmy Uso, Sins of the Father storyline that's happened on Raw is pretty good. He just walked
Jey Uso.
That's what. Sorry. Yeah.
Now it's just me, Uso, and I'm fucked, man.
But calling out Cody for bringing him back, like they're literally digging up everybody that he's wronged over the course of the bloodline, right? Like that's tremendous. It's really good. It's really good. One long-term storyline, which I know, Mike, you're a fan of. I think it's really good. It carries me three hours of Raw. So
I like that we're getting a little bit of a break from the Uso drama because, like, either Survivor Series or Rumble, those two Usos are gonna interact. And it's going to be interesting.
What's going to happen? So, the other big news, Jade Cargill is probably most likely coming to WWE.
That should be fascinating.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Okay.
No. Okay. Let me backtrack here.
I think
we give shit about AEW and the lack of women in their televisions, and I'm not saying that now. I'm just saying that
just in
general, and it's correct as at points. Jade was good in her moment, in her Goldberg phase. And the way they booked Jade, even though it was kind of faltering like at the end, was good. I'm trying to picture what they're going to do with Jade Cargill in WWE. I don't see, like, maybe NXT. Maybe she beats maybe she squashes Becky immediately, like, at her debut.
Well, I think as long as she goes in there, like, she's also not a finished project, right? Like, she's very green when it comes to things. It was doing fantastic considering, right? Like, we can all kind of acknowledge that, right? So, I think she skips NXT and goes straight to Raw, first of all, because she's got.
I think she could use NXT.
What's that?
I think she could use NXT, and I think NXT could use her.
I can see that. Okay, but I feel like
Sorg, do you know what's starting after No Mercy on NXT?
I do not.
The Women's Breakout Tournament.
Ooh, would she be a breakout?
I think that's what you do. I think you have her come through, run through the Women's Breakout Tournament.
Okay.
because it's not for like the established people in NXT. It's not for like your Roxanne Perez's or your Kiana James's. It's for the lower people like Kalani Jordan and stuff like that. So it's for the newer people. It's how Roxanne broke out last year during the whole Mandy saga.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if it were me, that'd be the best way to present Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Because on NXT, it's a shorter show than Raw.
Right.
So you're not expected to have like 20-minute barn burner matches, which we know is not her strength. I think putting her in NXT, she gets to learn a little bit more. She gets to work with, the veterans that come down every now
And you
then.
can.
I think
build
on
in-
Raw
and you
is
can-
going to be like,
And you can build into a big star on NXT.
Mhm.
Right.
yeah, and plus Raw, there's a better Jade in Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
There's a worse Jade in Nia Jax.
There,
No,
and
I'm
there's-
serious. There's a similar Jade in Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was gonna bring Raquel
Yeah.
up because that's exactly what her talent is. It's a Raquel. It's a Raquel.
Now,
So-
if you put her on SmackDown,
That's
she stands out more
Mm-hmm.
definitively.
And there's more people for her to have
SmackDown-
great matches with.
Yes, and SmackDown, you're also lining her up to have what I'm assuming would be an amazing match with Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Yes,
Oof.
exactly.
strength on
But-
strength.
So
But the SmackDown women's division could use that boost.
So
I
somebody
think
asked
it
me.
kind of throws that. I can't think kind of throws stuff like out of whack though. on
So
SmackDown.
and my simpler answer, and you have a lot of thought on that. And you have a lot of great points, but my very 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 simpler answer when somebody's like, what the hell are they going to do with Jade? It's like, well, who's Rhea Ripley got to take on, right?
I mean Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Which is probably just somebody they're going to build up just for Rhea to roll over in, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or something, and we move on. So I don't unless
Shayna.
But then you have Becky coming back.
then you have Becky, you have
So you have like Raw has the Raw women's division, if done correctly, and they have like, looking at last week or last night. They're first of all their women's tag division.
Yeah.
Like there's and it's no fault to anybody in this
Except the
because
creative.
except creative because Nia Jax is beating up both tag teams that are supposedly in the title, or one's the champions, and the others are the two main challengers.
Mhm.
There's no reason for one wrestler to do that. Maybe do that against a enhancement talent. Don't do that to like Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, who are trying to build a relationship
Mhm.
in the WWE and build a feud with another team that you just destroyed.
So I want to bring up another fact here because I just noticed Riz, you changed your name on Zoom to Riz Sorg,
It's yeah.
and and this keeps throwing at me every time. Have we officially adopted you now?
I don't know, Sorg. It's just
I think production-wise we have, but
I am the production child now. I
yes,
guess.
Toddy, our buddy Toddy Tendura, and actually please support Toddy. He's dealing with some medical issues right now, wrestling-related medical issues. And there's a link to his GoFundMe over there. So and a lot of people already have definitely contributed, and that's fantastic. So I think I heard he's got a surgery coming up on Tuesday, maybe. I was
that's
hearing
good.
from some I was hearing from some mutual acquaintances over the weekend. So much respect. But yeah, Toddy, since Riz has been helping with production at 880, he's part of the Sorg family now. So the production Sorg family.
And
Sorg,
every time,
does
I'm
this
sorry.
confuse you even more now, Sorg?
What's that?
oh no!
Yeah. I just did just mess with you. I'll change it back.
We need a what?
I changed my name too.
Look at the zoom, Sorg.
I don't. Hold on. Let me look at the Zoom here. Hold on. Go ahead and talk, Mike.
Talking Mike.
Let's go in gallery. Oh no! Wait. Why'd you just put? What'd you just
Yeah,
put? Mike Sorg. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's the joke, Sorg.
Oh my god.
That's the joke.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was just messing.
Here's
with
me realizing I didn't even put the graphics up for the show yet.
Oh, fix it in
you.
post.
Oh boy.
No, because the video goes out
You're
as it goes
fine.
out. No,
It's on.
this
It's
is-
on Zoom,
It's
isn't it?
It's
At
fine.
least I'm messing up on this show. You know what? We're just gonna do the show like this from now on.
That's
I just
fine.
don't even
Sorg,
care
it's all
anymore.
good.
I should have just did
You're-
the show
It's
like
fine.
this.
It's
I set up a whole
fine,
camera
Sorg.
with a light source and everything. So
Sorg,
your light looks good, Sorg.
Yeah, your light is a lot
Your light
better
looks
than
good. It's on point.
Just
yeah. You
your
know
light
what?
is a lot
Looks
better
nice.
Set up.
than this.
You have no idea how much production I've done in the last 24 hours, and here I am talking with you guys.
Sorg, just go into that next room, grab all the stuff you can,
What
put it
next
in your
room?
room.
Oh, the one over there. I considered just doing the show from the setup for the conference. Because
That would be
there's
fun.
microphones there already, and there's cameras. I just needed to point them a different way. And like we're doing a Teams meeting tomorrow. So I'm just like, well, if I just set up for that, I'm good to go, right? But I didn't want to be like, in the conference room yelling about Jade Cargill and Tony Khan, as people walk by to their room, not the pool, because no fucking pool. Listen. First of all, I have a patio.
Excuse me?
I have a patio with a table
Oh.
and no chairs.
Oh.
No outside
What the hell?
chairs. Okay, this was an upgrade because I wanted the room next to the conference center. I think they'll be okay with that. But also, there's the pool under construction. Sons of bitches.
Oh,
I was
that's a
really
shame.
looking forward to a jacuzzi. I'm so pissed. I'm so sore right now.
Sorg, any bathtub can be a jacuzzi.
I don't even
If
have
you
a
have
tub,
enough
dude.
Is what?
It's a fandy
You just have
stand-up.
you have
It's a fandy stand-up shower. Like with the glass door and everything. Doubletree,
Okay, hold on.
man.
Hold on. All right. While we're on the topic of bathrooms, I mean, we are.
As
in
an
the roundabout.
aside.
That's
my,
true.
my wife had a question.
Mhm.
I had to pose it to you guys, because she came upon this on her TikTok, and she was like, "Please ask Sorg about this." What is a Pittsburgh toilet?
What is a
Oh.
Pittsburgh toilet? I'm about
Oh.
to educate you right now.
That's fine.
Riz
That's
knows
good.
it.
And please,
Yeah.
please, someone clip this so I can send the TikTok to my wife.
So
And
listen,
then
let me tell you
it
about the
won't get
Pittsburgh
lost in
toilet.
translation.
The toilet.
Turlet.
Toilet.
The turlet? Turlet?
So, on the face of it, a Pittsburgh toilet is you got a basement and you have a toilet that's like in the corner and maybe it has a curtain over it around it. Okay?
Sorg. In the corner.
In the corner. Yeah. I don't know, not in the center of the floor or anything like that. So the reason there's a toilet in the basement is like you guys have seen my studio. Like you enter the basement through a door because we're on the side of a hill, right? So most houses in Pittsburgh have this feature of, accessibility through the basement and also probably a toilet. Ours has a stall that was built around it. Okay. I also haven't used it in years and it needs fixed. So when Sorgatron Media eventually does return to my basement, we're going to have to fix that up for our guests, right? The reason this is because the steel workers came in from work. They're all dirty, don't want to go in the front door and dirty up the common area. So they come in through the basement, have a toilet, have the laundry, or whatever the form of laundry was in that age, and be able to, shed their clothes, their dirty clothes from the workday. So, and that is my understanding of a Pittsburgh toilet.
But here's my question. Here's my question that I know we all know from Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
In 2023, how many do you think work, percentage-wise?
How many work?
Yes.
Depends on how. I have no idea. I have
I'm
no idea.
almost. I bet it's in like single digit percentile.
I don't. I'd say 50%.
You give Pittsburgh a lot of credit, Sorg.
I've seen some people's houses. Sometimes they just build around the toilet. You know?
Yeah, the fancy houses probably, but
The
you know, they're
fancy
just
house. I know they're not all
fancy houses.
but yeah, like, I mean, most of the places where these existed have become fancy houses because of that's where all the yuppies want to live.
Yeah.
So
I like how we're having this conversation, and my guest back there is just staring at me.
I was really sad. I watched the end of Righteous Gemstones, and they had a bed with the monster truck, and it had a Ultimate Warrior, but Brawling Buddy,
Wrestle Buddy?
Wrestle
Buddy?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yeah. That made me sad a little bit. So
Made you sad. I have one right there.
I know
It's
you have
Hogan.
one right there.
Do you want my Hulk Hogan Wrestle Buddy? Is that what's happening here?
I did always want a Wrestle Buddy.
And now look at you, Sorg.
Now
You
look at-
have you have two.
I have two.
Sorg. I just called Mad Mike Sorg.
I changed the name back too, so that's
I know
that's on you.
that's on me.
We're so
You know, Mad Mike.
I did it for a 1 minute gag, but
You did.
Oh,
You did.
what else is happening here?
so speaking of building around the toilet, let's talk about AEW.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just joking. That's a terrible transition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go to AEW, can I mention one more thing about WWE?
Sure.
Of course.
It's making
It's your
me
show.
sad. It's making me sadder and sadder every time I think about it.
Okay,
And
narrow that down.
I like Ciampa and I
Mhm.
like Gunther,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna bring the house down. I'm sure of it.
They're gonna fight.
But
But
what are they gonna do with Chad?
I think it might be a triple threat match.
Did you see his match against Bronson?
It was competitive.
I just
It
want.
was competitive.
I just want
it was. It made
more
him look good. It didn't make him look good.
more than Cody. I want Chad to finish his story. I want Chad Gable to finish his. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. That's all I want.
Well,
That's all I want.
I hate to say it. That story might get finished in Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
Wait, which one?
Chad's.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
Like
But
he doesn't. I don't think. I just wish like after his feud and story with Gunther, I want to see what they do with him. I like maybe have him against. Maybe have him and Otis against like win the tag championships again, like in a good feud with the Judgment Day. That would be good. And maybe split the belts up too. I'm just spitballing here.
I don't think we're
I think there's a lot of runway for Chad Gable to do some more.
You know
stuff.
what would be interesting? And again, this is me spitballing, going galaxy brain and everything. Judgment Day has 4 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What if the Judgment Day just take unilateral action? I mean, I'm assuming JD becomes part of the Judgment Day at some point
Mm-hmm.
with this. What if they just split into Raw Tag Team Champions and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they defend them separately, but they're all still part of Judgment Day?
Like a cross-brand Freebird rule.
Kind of.
I mean, they technically they already kind of had tag matches where they were kind of freebird rules with Dominic being put in during uh, when wow, I'm blanking on his name. Not Damien, the other one. Finn. Holy shit. I'm getting
Fergal. Fergie Ferg.
Fergal, yeah.
Mr. 7 Yards himself.
When they hurt when he faked an injury or got hurt at one point and he said, "Oh, now you're in." And that happened. But I can see that happening. Like I really see that. I think maybe Dominic actually picks Rhea for some weird reason. Like make Rhea tag team champion.
Oh God, I'd love that.
Yeah.
When they had a tag team match, Rhea said it was a couple of weeks ago on Raw. Rhea said she'd be in the tag team match, but she already had a match booked for that night.
Mm.
But oh God, oh no. Dave Podner says check the Mayhem Twitter for toilet talk.
Oh no!
Oh,
What?
it's already up.
Oh, it's already up. Okay. I thought this was something different. All right, so that's
Dave,
good to know.
you are
a mad lad.
You are quick on the button, and it's
impressive.
It's impressive. It is. It really is. And I like how it looks like Sorg's head is illuminated while the background is just dark while he's talking about the Pittsburgh toilet.
I'm still looking for this. That's actually rather appropriate then. What am I doing? Is that what I look like?
You look great, Sorg.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
There we go. You have a toilet. Speaking of toilets, AEW Grand Slam.
That's what happens when we have a Denny's Grand Slam.
A lot of talk about Grand Slams lately. You got Grand Slam Finn, you got the Grand Slam Man, AEW Grand Slam, which so it's in Queens. I looked at Ticketmaster.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of seats available.
Okay.
Really?
Yep. A lot of seats.
Well, how sold out were they last time? Like, I don't know. I don't have a comparison.
They were sold out last time.
Okay. Well,
yeah, a lot of seats available.
Maybe this is, maybe they've worn out the market. Woo, that's cold. What the hell?
It's possible.
What did you do, Sorg?
The air just kicked on. It was freezing on my leg.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why is it cold? It's like 58 degrees outside. Anyways, running hot in here. I don't care.
No, I mean,
much?
But do we think it's like a statement on like their current product? Or is it just ticket prices are too damn high?
I think it's a little bit. I think it's this economy. It could be a little bit. Mike, like every show I've been to in the last month has been down.
Yeah.
Also, every show that I've seen in the last couple weeks has been within 2 hours of an AEW show. So, yeah, because there was like, oh yeah, we're down like 50 people. It's like, really? Why? AEW's in State College. I'm like, how far away is State College from here? And they're like, yeah. They're like, yeah, we know like 20 people that went. I'm like, the hell?
It's not that far.
So
State College was
always
the last stop on the Megabus when I would take that to Pittsburgh.
Yes, it was in that parking
stop
lot,
right outside the Walmart.
Right outside the Walmart. The Walmart stop with the Megabus. It's good for a Megabus stop. Good for Brick Baker. Anyways, yeah, no, I think tickets are generally down, unless it's an exceptionally large event. Survivor Series is nothing but resales right now, from the looks of things. So, but that's a big event. I think All Out was pretty much filled from the sounds of things. There was another show that looked Pittsburgh. Payback was nuts. Pittsburgh had crazy seats. Like I looked at it later, and it was all resales, and I've never seen that in the Pittsburgh market at all. I don't know. Maybe there'll be some walk-ups. Maybe it's football season, so that's making people think twice about
Yeah, college football too.
college football. There's
it's
a
a
lot
Wednesday.
going on, and a lot of people have to pick. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's because they've had so many big shows in a row, and then this right after it. So I'm curious to see what Wrestle Dream's doing. That's actually just in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeez,
that's
2 weekends.
They really want money.
But it's not without.
They really want you to pay $50, $60, $100
Well, wait a
for
minute.
a pay-per-view.
They're not necessarily like the word is, and now there's a story over in Wrestle Inc. about there's maybe a paid tier for sports, which may pave the way for AEW and streaming. Like they want content. The Warner Brothers wants pay-per-views to sell on Bleacher Report and pay-per-view, right? And this is a hot product. What happens when you have a hot product? We keep pushing that product and squeezing that lemon, right? For better and for worse.
Because that always works well.
But
that's in a business where you're talking about a company that has merged and it's 5 different companies again, right? Remember AOL Time Warner? Now we're Discovery Warner Brothers, right? Or the Discovery Warner Media or whatever we are right now. We're not thinking. We're thinking, how do we prop it up for the next sucker to buy us? Okay? So, and AEW is riding that wave right now of being valuable for them between writer strikes and affordability and the live. Like, they're getting handed everything, and they're saying they're a freaking cornerstone of TBS TNT right now, right alongside Big Bang Theory reruns, right? And
Young Sheldon.
So they're like, if somebody is looking at the numbers and saying, "Hey, we did 2 pay-per-views in a row, and they did pretty okay." If we throw another pay-per-view a month later and it does average, we're making money, right? So,
but they're not. They're doing it weeks, they're doing it weeks. So you take your lemon and you're squeezing it.
Yeah,
there's so much juice that can come out of that lemon.
Sure, I mean,
and then it gets rotten and it gets stopped.
And if it doesn't work, they pivot.
And
is it wrong to experiment with something like this? If you think the fans will show up?
We just talked about the economy.
Yes.
We just talked about how
in this economy.
But seriously though.
Mm-hmm. You gonna get serious with me for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here it comes.
They're asking us to pay game prices for shows.
Mm-hmm.
Starfield came out.
You don't want to know what I spent on Mortal Kombat.
Oh, probably not for the Switch, right?
Not for the.
I just made that jump earlier today too.
I was watching a video of that. Yeah, that's god awful.
But still, it's like it's $50 for a pay-per-view, and then next week or the week after that, another $50 for a pay-per-view. That's $100 right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tina just said Wrestle Dream is next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 pay-per-views in a span of a week.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that with All Out. Did they do that with All Out too, or is that 2 weeks?
What?
No, All In and All Out were a week apart.
They were a week apart? Okay.
Yeah.
But still, like, do
you want to pay for Spider-Man 2 or do you want to buy Wrestle Dream?
Yeah, it's.
I think that's an obvious choice.
I mean, I'm not saying like Samoa Joe and MJF are going to be amazing because that's a given. That MJF and Samoa Joe.
But that's not even Wrestle Dream.
That's
Grand Slam. That's free TV.
Mm-hmm.
That is free TV. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, Wrestle Dream is the
Wrestle Dream is Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Which
is going to be bonkers.
Okay, it's going to be bonkers, but it's for a niche audience because you know, he's not on TV every week to promote it. They're promoting through video packages. And then beyond that, what, you have FTR and Aussie Open? I mean, cool.
Tina's saying it's better to experiment in a smaller market such as this area rather than your bigger markets. And here's the other thing I don't know. Is it... what's more important? Is it ticket sales or pay-per-view? So we're talking about ticket sales for Grand Slam. But still a crazy show that's going to be on TV that gets you the advertiser dollars. Like... I don't know, like, does that, I don't know where that equation falls. All right, we only get 15,000 people in there, right? Hypothetically. Is that such a, a killer for us that even though we spiked the rating with all these crazy matches that we announced, like, I don't know.
But see, the thing is, they haven't been spiking the ratings, Sorg.
Okay.
The rating's been relatively consistent, which... for them, consistency is good.
And I don't even say ratings because the equation's different. Ratings is not the same thing. It's social media. It is what not just ratings, but whatever they sell the ads for, right? The excitement you get with the advertisers, which is not necessarily a ratings number right now, right? I don't think, not being in that part of the field. I think you just look at ticket sales. I don't think that tells the story. And we'll see what happens when we look at it, you know. So we'll know next week, or we'll know tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Also, like and this kind of going
downloading this.
Yeah. Kind of going off this. Like the other report is that they want 12 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
From AEW. Do you think we take these like bigger Dynamite shows and turn them into pay-per-views?
I think
so. There's kind of a brand recognition that goes along with it. So like another pay-per-view, AEW Grand Slam, AEW Winter is Coming, AEW Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
Like there's already 3 right there, and I'm just offhandedly thinking.
Didn't we have that kind of what's happening with NXT right now, right? Actually, NXT just did this because didn't Great American Bash became a pay-per-view again?
Yeah.
And it was a 2-week event on USA. Impact went through this. Turning Point was a week or 2 event, and
Impact's been doing this for years,
and it's turned into an Impact Plus show, right? So, no, I think it'd be smart to be honest, to turn those into it. I think then you could bump them up a little bit more, right? Hey, it's Blood and Guts, but there won't be commercial breaks, right? I think, which is exactly what you've been asking for a couple years. Mm-hmm. So, like, no, I think all that makes sense. So, anyways, hey guys, so it's a weird night and I have a lot of packing to do. So, let me know what you guys learned from wrestling this week. Because I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight as it is.
Me neither, because I got to go work later.
Ooh.
Sorg, do you know what I learned this week? All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an even longer month.
Okay.
But I learned, thanks to wrestling, that what you have to do is keep your chin up, your tits out, and watch out for the shoe.
Oh, my God.
What they're doing with her is amazing.
Storm, yes.
It's so good.
RJ
so good. I want RJ to be her manager. I want him to come out with her dressed like an old-timey, like, Hollywood helper in, like, short khaki shorts, and I want him to be her manservant.
Yes.
Like, I want that as a collective on TV unit.
This is kind of the role he's been training for his whole life.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is. Like, I want them to come out to the Designing Women theme song or something akin to that nature. Like, I need the whole package presented on television.
Dave Ponder learned that Derek Dillinger is an ass for turning on Ziggy.
Yeah.
I saw that he was in
How dare he?
in fancy
AIW.
pictures with Katie Arquette at AIW.
Yeah.
What the hell? Plus, aren't they still Enjoy Tag Team Champions? Oh shit! No, awkward.
Looks like they're not going to enjoy being tag team champions.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I
I
hate it here.
learned. Oh, I have something I learned, but I don't think I can talk about that on air. Mike, you know a little bit about it. Riz, I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, I have stuff I learned I can't talk about.
I
too.
get. We
Yeah,
all
you-
learned
you-
some stuff
yeah,
that we.
we-
I've
we
learned
have-
a lot. I've learned a lot this week.
I'm just here again. Like
Riz
this
is
weird.
just like, Riz is just like, I'm around. I learned that Brian Cage can dance.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've heard stories about Brian Cage this week too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, so mine's from the RJ City AEW.
Oh yeah, no,
With the Mogul Embassy.
mine was Warrior related, Sork.
Oh, you got told that story.
Yeah,
You never got told that story.
no,
Okay, we can't tell that story on air.
no, because Brian Cage will literally murder us.
And plus, like, I'm going to work with those guys soon, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil that one. I don't think they even know about that. Well, they probably witnessed it actually.
I just saw Tina put in the chat.
All I'm going to say
Tina learned.
is learn where the locker room is, and I mean, I've definitely walked into the wrong room. It's like, oh, this is where we're doing the ladies' locker room. I'm sorry, I'm out. Things like that. So
Sorry, that's what I said. You gotta watch out for the shoe.
watch out for the shoe. But yeah, so don't put the pay window in the men's locker room, okay?
I mean that's just good advice for life.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Learned that Mox, Roman, and Seth, 3 Beyoncés.
Yes, because the PWI 500 came out,
Yes.
Oh.
and once again the Shield rules the roost.
Indeed. Shout outs. I saw Pretty Boy Smooth, The Reverend Hunt, MV Young. Who else was on there? Maxie Impaler on again, I believe. Who else did we point out?
Zig?
Lee Moriarty. Ziggy's on there. There you go. In a not explicitly intergender PWI, that's impressive. Did Katie Arquette make it?
I don't think
Don't
she
remember.
did. Let me
Hey,
see.
she's gonna make the next one after that.
I also-
No,
Listen, wait,
she
no.
did not.
I learned Katie Arquette versus Bill Collier at Revenge last week was amazing. Holy
Also,
shit.
Sorg, one thing we have to mention from AEW, we have a friend of the show tag team on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Moriarty is joining up with Shane Taylor.
Yes.
That's going to be fun.
Yes. Reasons
That's
to watch
gonna be
Ring of
fun to
Honor.
watch.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's gonna be good. Little Pittsburgh Cleveland connection there, huh? Little friend of the show. A couple of guys have both occupied the couch in the studio. I was really dancing around not saying that the wrong way. So oh my god. Guys, thank you so much.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Oh, Riz,
Sorg.
what'd you learn? Riz, what'd you
I was
learn?
going to say. I thought you needed time,
helped
Riz.
produce a show this week.
Yeah, I did. I tried, but I learned in the vein of the PWI. There's so many fucking wrestlers. How and there's no way multiple people know who the hell these wrestlers are for 500 of these, especially since one of the people in the top 500 is Big Dust, who isn't even a wrestler.
What?
Big Dust is a manager.
And made the PWI.
He is number 499.
Listen, they mentioned the Italian Strongman Invitational Tournament that happened on our Thursday night apprentice shows at 880.
Yep.
Which we're laughing about this week. That's something that we came up with at the last minute because they needed to book something. And it made his listing in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated. How freaking crazy
That's amazing.
is that? What are we doing in New Kensington that's getting people's attention?
Changing the world, Sword.
Yes. Changing the world.
Also, Tyrus being number 58. Fuck you.
Gross. Apparently the deadline was before that last match at 75.
Doesn't matter.
One of our mutual friends did get the NWA 75 pay-per-view and told me the good
Wanted his money back. Wanted their money back.
I think they wanted their money back. Yes.
Yeah.
Should not. But anyways, and I like NWA. I like NWA, but I'm not a fan of the Tyrus situation. So, but there's a lot of good going on over there. So, anyways.
Also, where's Blue Cane?
Blue Cane versus Soul Taker. Book it in Pittsburgh.
Book it
in New Kensington. Actually, there is going to be this Friday. I will be back. We're going to do our apprentice show on Thursday with whoever shows up. And if you are interested in becoming a videographer in the Pittsburgh area and want to learn some pro wrestling and be really close to the action, hit me up, DM me at Sorgatron on the Twitter, on all the social medias, and I'll get you hooked up there, and we'll see what we can do. And we're definitely looking to get some more people learned up on this and get some new faces in there. CL's been amazing, but I think CL's kind of figured this out by now. Blue Cane versus Janela this weekend in Liverpool. Wow.
Yep.
But Friday is going.
I feel like they should team up afterwards and be like the new X-Pac and Kane.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
MV Young's 880 Wrestling is going to have Brohemus End of Summer Bash, which is going to feature Pastor CeeLo versus Soul Taker, and Gannon Jones Jr. Against Michael Gianni Americo, friend of the show. And so go check that out. We will be having a lot of fun there. I don't think anything else is happening this weekend. In 2 weekends, I'll be out in. Where am I going to be? Is that Silicon Valley I'm going to be? Yes, I'll be in Silicon Valley.
You mentioned Silicon Valley.
Let me know if there's anything. Well, I don't even know. Friday, Saturday night's kind of blown for me. But let me know what I should check out in Silicon Valley. Somebody said the Computer History Museum, which I remember us talking about on Awesome Cast. So. And what else is going on? Then October's happening, and apparently I'm going to South Bend and Cleveland the first weekend. Cleveland's being confirmed right now, but anyways.
I'm looking at these names, and I know you're wrapping up. I'm looking at these names for the PWI 500, and I just want to see them wrestle once.
There's a guy.
There's a guy named Beef.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
capital letters Beef. There's also a wrestler named Corn Dog.
Okay, I don't know Corn Dog.
Corn Dog.
Okay. Mad Mike 488 on Twitter. He'll be on the internet.
Yeah, for the time being. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be talking about stuff and hell, if you're watching Impact 1001, take a look for a blue shirt in the background. That's me next to him.
And the Riz will be on the internet as well, I'm sure.
I'll be around. I'll be doing things.
Beef out of British Columbia, says Tina.
That's maybe.
Did I see Beef at Defy or AAW? I'm trying to remember. Anyways. Guys, thank you so much. If you're on video, if you're on video, I have no outro because I didn't set it up. We can see you guys next time. We'll be back in the studio. We'll have our friend James from Mega Cat Games, the developers of WrestleQuest. Will be joining us in studio. Is the plan, at least. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem